Welcome my beautiful people, welcome back to my channel, it's Mishi. So if you follow me on Instagram or on TikTok, you've already seen me with this hair, and a lot of you have been asking for a tutorial. But with every hairstyle that I'm going to be showing you guys in this hair series, I want to make sure that I've worn it for at least a week, if not longer, so I can give you guys the full tea on the do's and the don'ts, how to maintain, things that I've found as I've worn the styles. So be sure to stay until the end if you want to discuss that with me. But if you guys watched my previous red hair knotless braid tutorial, you know that the reason why we started this series in the first place is because I've just been tired with IG hairstylists now. Don't get me wrong, there are definitely good IG hairstylists out there, but so last time we touched on the booking systems, the customer service, the price, but I thought this time we would touch base on how they actually treat our natural hair. This is not exclusive just to IG hairstylists, it's the aunties as well, it's just black hairdressers in general. So let's get into it. So handling our natural hair. I'm sure you guys already know about my horror hair story that I had when I went to Ghana in 2020, 2021. But if you don't, my hair got butchered in Accra, okay? It was one of those situations where as soon as they washed and blow dried my hair, I knew something already was really off because my hair felt so brittle and so dry. But it was only once I took my braids out that I realized how extensive the damage was. So all of my hairline was completely gone. I had random bits of short hair throughout my entire head, particularly around my crown. Like, I don't know, I lost all of my hair there. And I also had a bald patch like right at the crown of my head. I am still reaping the consequences of that trip. So it's deep, it's really, really deep for me. I say all of this to say that there are definitely some amazing hairdressers out there that really know their shit, really know what they're doing, probably have done like extra qualifications to ensure they're fully versed when it comes to dealing with hair, particularly natural hair. However, there are a lot of people who are just not qualified out here and do not know what they're doing. And I'm sure we can all recall a time where we've sat in someone's hairdressing chair and they've tugged our hair a little bit too much, or they've gone over with the blow dryer a few times too many, or they're doing your braids and you're literally in pain, in agony. Or you know what, it's even times where they're just adding the too much gel. Why have we finished a whole pot of gummy wax?
Who's hairstyle?
We've all been there, we've all done that. And I think it wouldn't hurt us to learn how to do our own hair sometimes, so we don't have to go through that, you know? I think what pains me the most is the fact that I know that I'm paying for a service and I expect a certain standard to be met. So when it falls so short of that, it's painful, you know, it hurts. I think a lot of us have hair goals like maintaining healthy hair, length retention, keeping our edges, and if by ourselves at home we're doing everything under the book to achieve these goals, but the people that we choose to do our protective styles don't care for these hair goals, we are always going to be falling short, we are always going to be having setbacks, and that's just not a vibe. So I hope by me sharing these tutorials with you guys just shows you that you are capable of doing anything with your hair if you just try. And for all you guys being like, oh my god, I wish I was born with the braiding gene. I was not born with the braiding gene. Nobody is born with the braiding gene, okay? People have time and practice, and the people that you think were born with the braiding gene probably had a mom who had a hair salon and they were there since 3 years old and have been watching people braid, okay? It takes time, it takes practice, it takes patience, but we can get there, we can get there. Okay, rant over, let's get into the tutorial. So we're starting off with freshly washed hair, and I'm about to tap into my little hair stash that I have going on in my wardrobe, finishing up the leftover hair that I have left. I will leave the hair I used and all of the products in the description bar down below. Tip 1 is to wear a shower cap after you've washed your hair, and the reason for this is that the shower cap actually makes this kind of moisture greenhouse, so there's less water loss through osmosis with your hair and the environment. And then what I'll do is, as I'm going along, I will take each section out, add some conditioner to it and rake the conditioner in. It's a super simple and easy step, but it just helps to keep your hair moisturized for way longer. Of course, we went through with some heat protectant, and my second tip would be using the tension method to blow dry your hair. I use a warm heat and I actually follow up with a large paddle brush just to make sure the ends get nice and straight. I recently got a blow dry trim, so my ends were so straight that they couldn't even hold a twist. Tip 3 is making the rows first using the spray mirror that I mentioned in my previous video. Honestly, it's such a time saver and I think it's worth the investment for anybody. Yeah, I think all of us go through a YouTube/Netflix frenzy when we're doing our hair, but today I was watching How to Survive a Dictator with Munya Chihuahua on YouTube. He basically was talking about Zimbabwe's Robert Mugabe, and I'm actually a really big nerd. Like, I love using stagnant time to learn more, so this is my allocated time to work on my general knowledge. So we're all done. I'm just gonna go ahead, do most of my hair, and then I'll show you what we're doing once we get to the front. Hi guys, so it is the next day. We are still going. This is, I don't know if you guys have figured with me, if you've been watching me for a while, you know that I do styles over 2 days. I like to take my time. I don't like to be stressed. I just like to ensure I'm happy with the way it looks. Parts are crispy and I eat good, so that's why we do what we do, okay? So as you can see, I've pretty much done most of the hair. I've just got this last bit here, and since we're at the front, I thought I would show you what I'm doing. And as I've gone on, I've figured out so many tips and tricks that I'm so excited to share with you guys, because this style has been a struggle. This style has been a struggle, and I am gonna sort out all the ends here. I know it's like all uneven and stuff, but I need to make sure I have enough hair left. I thought I'd be that girl by finishing up the hair in my hair container, and now I don't have enough hair left, and my beauty supply store does not sell this hair. So if I do not have enough hair, I'm screwed. Okay, first braid, I've already accidentally put some gummy wax and Shyminjan at the roots, so I'm just gonna add a little bit more. So I'm just gonna really lightly kind of straighten my hair where the product is. Gel is intact. I'm just gonna make a part down the middle, like so. Crocodile clips, amazing. Grab some, and then I'm just gonna separate a small section at the bottom. It doesn't have to be perfect. Like so. I'm not gonna braid this all the way down. Got my crochet needle, and then I'm just going to insert it like so, okay? I've got my one piece of fluffy hair, and I'm just gonna cut that in half. And then I'm gonna split this one in half as well. And because this is kind of a low section of my hair, I'm not gonna fluff this out. But once I get up here, I am gonna stretch the hair just a little bit to elongate it and make it go further. I'm going to twist it in the middle. I've got my crochet needle, hook open, close the latch, pull the hair through just a little bit, find where the hole is, locate the hole, and just pull one side of the hair through, making sure there's no like big lumps here, because otherwise it makes the style look less seamless. So now my hair's like this. I'm just gonna add a little bit of gel onto the section of hair to kind of smooth the extension hair in with my hair as well. Okay, this was my first time doing this style, so I actually moved to a different braid because I prefer the look of this one. But you're gonna start a flat twist, adding small bits of hair as you roll down, and I clipped that away, did the same with the other side. And then here I'm doing the rope method with the two pieces. Try your best not to twist too tight because you can get tension, and in retrospect I would have used a little clip just to stop the root from twisting unnecessarily, so do that. I'm gonna fold it up so the bottom is kind of like where I want the twist to be, and then bring the hair over like so. Keep on twisting the hair down. It's good when you have these scraggly bits, you kind of just want to use that to tie it around as well, and pull it down slightly, holding on to the twist so you're not tugging on your roots. first time I had a little bob. I feel like little Bobbiana, you know? She's giving Bobbiana. Locked up for Bobbiana. This is so cute. The back I don't think is as cute because I didn't do the flat twist tip that I gave you guys, but so cute. And this is before I put any mousse on, so obviously it's gonna be even more laid once that's done as well. Oh, this is my favorite part about doing my braids. It's just so cooling and soothing on my scalp. Alright, so we're all done. I'm just gonna go through with a blow dryer, quickly set the roots, and then we'll see the final look after. Okay, so now we're done with that. Let's go through the commonly asked questions that you guys ask me in pretty much every single hair tutorial. So, how much time did this hairstyle take me? We already know I like to take 2 days to do my hairstyles, but I would probably estimate that this style, bearing in mind we do the parts first,
and then you have to section them and then make smaller sections, and even though this is one twist, there's actually 2 in here, so
yeah, I would say about 10 to 12 hours or 10 hours. How many parts did I make? I don't actually know, so let's count together. We didn't do that exact, but I'm gonna guess about 40 parts, so way less than I do with my knotless braids. But bearing in mind it's 40 twists, but they're like half twists, so 80 parts. How many weeks will this style last for? Honestly, because you're starting with like a flat twist at the root, I would say it would only last for about 4 weeks. 4 weeks max, and that would look quite fluffy and natural with this type of hairstyle, but any longer than that, it just depends on your preference, really. How much money did I save doing this style? I'm gonna leave it on screen here. As usual, this price is calculated by using the highest quote that I got from an IG hairstylist versus how much I spent on like the materials and stuff. So yeah. Would I do this hairstyle again? Is it worth it? Remind me in 10 years time when I decide to do locks to do this hairstyle, because it's really giving, it's really giving. Yes, 100% I will do this hairstyle again. And I know that the next time I do it, I'll do it even better as well, which is the joys of learning how to do your own hair. Leveling up every single time. And as usual, this is the first time that I did this hairstyle, so if I can do it, you can too. Thanks so much guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to show me love on the channel, and I will see you in the next one.